I'm out exploring around, looking for a waystone that I can take, just so that I don't need to make up my own basically, and I've come across this little village here, which does have a waystone within it, but I have also noticed another structure fairly close by, which I have no idea what that is, but we will definitely be going over to explore it. It seems to be abandoned, and this is clearly Spore related, and it has a crater beside of it, which I do see some chests, and we have a lot of ice and snow within those chests. Cool. Literally cool. So what do we have inside of this then? Yes, definitely Spore related. And an infected scientist is here. Oh, well, that's not great. Okay, only some of them explode. Another chest with some more ice within it. What's this? CDU. Not a clue. Actually, there's really not too much within this building. Upstairs, some more human remains and maybe what was a holding area for subjects. And I think that's about it. Is that all this building has? Well, a scientist there has unfortunately left some spores, but I did see a vent door. Can I actually go down this? Yes I can. That does look as if I should be able to squeeze down there, but whenever I'm crouching, I'm just going up and down the vent. Give me a second. So that should squeeze me down, and we can go through the vent. Oh, where is this taking us? Another door, and behind it, a secret room. That's a lot of things spawned in on top of us, clearly. Inside of the chests. Oh, nice. Lots of remains. As well as a music disc and a gas mask. Interesting, but I definitely need to get out of here. Yep, I definitely need to get out of here. Holy crap. Bloody fast moving little buggers. Very interesting little structure there. And a lot of things spawning in around us now. Even more spores. Right, yep, let's actually just get out of here. Although, are they end rods? Yes, indeed they are. Well, they're mine now. Well, I came out for a waystone, which I now have. There is another village just over the mountains there, which I'm going to go quickly visit. Then we'll head back to the colony. I thought this village maybe also had a waystone in it, but we just have a copper golem shrine apparently. You know what, actually, I'm going to take some of these. And can we free you little chaps? Yeah, just remove the copper or the oxidation from you. Seems that way. Well, welcome back to life, chaps. Oh no, it does have a waystone actually. I was looking at the wrong structure. Brilliant. And I am absolutely full now, so let's maybe slowly make our way back to the colony. So I've just sat the waystone down there for the moment, and we will come to it just in a second. For now though, what I want to do is start the construction of something rather important. And that is the construction of our base. Yes, a massive treehouse made out of a lot of glass. This is one of my own designs, so it's not going to look very pretty. And it's going to be semi-functional. I think this is an alright place for it. I really don't have much faith in any of my designs. Oh well, let's go ahead with it. And I do know all of the materials that go into it, which some of them are fairly complicated and others are a bit numerous. But regardless, we'll go ahead with it. and I will monitor the builder whenever she comes out to build it for us, because I just don't trust myself. Me and schematics never go well together. Alrighty then, Valerie, get your ass back here and in fact, stop building the restaurant at the moment. Go pick up that monstrosity instead, which she has now done, and I just want to supervise her in this initial clearing out phase. Ideally, she wouldn't need to remove too much around here, if I've made the schematic right, that is. What are you doing actually? Are you removing leaves from the tree here? Yes, indeed you are. What I'm going to do quickly is make up a pair of builder goggles, just so then I can see the silhouette that she's trying to make. Right, why are you removing some leaves? I think I will just assist here a little bit. Let's get rid of that tree, it's not necessary. Everything else underneath here though, you shouldn't have to remove, which of course she is then going to remove. Right, give me a second. Let's see if this then works any better. Basically, I've just surrounded the entire thing with placeholder blocks, which means, hopefully, she won't remove anything that is covered by a placeholder block. I have no idea really what she's going to do with this, and I definitely know this is not the way you're supposed to do these things. But as long as she isn't removing anything that she doesn't need to here, then we should be alright. Anyway, let's have a little look down the list here to see what type of things we're going to require. Basically, just a lot of jungle planks, some jungle stairs, slabs, a lot of glowstone, and of course about 2000 clear glass. Clear glass is basically just glass without the connecting textures, like the small apiary here. And in order to make clear glass, we will require connecting glass, and the connecting glass then requires just normal glass. Simple enough really. So all we're going to require in is about 2000 odd pieces of glass. Hence why we required the waystone then, because with it I can teleport to here, which is the desert. So let's start the very tedious process of gathering up a shit ton of sand. We will eventually automate the creation of sand, probably by using some quarry bees, which can create quite a vast number of different blocks for us, so I definitely think we'll have a small little army of them. But for now, I will just simply need to gather up the sand, although I will not be smelting all of that down. I will get the refined storage machine doing this for us. Granted, we are going to require a bit more space within the disk drive, which I think a 4K disk should about cover it here. So let's stick that bad boy in. Perfect. Now I can dump all of the sand that we collected there, and the disk drives are full again. Yeah, I think that may cover the 2000 requirement. Well, in order to smelt all of that down into glass, I will be using some iron furnaces. Ideally, we would use some Mekanism components, such as the enrichment chamber, but that's a bit more complicated than what it's worth at the moment, not until we get this thing a bit more established. So let's get a few more of these iron furnaces on the go, and in fact let's kick it up a notch by making golden ones, then one step above that with some diamond ones. In fact, I can even take that one step further again by making emerald furnaces, and that's pretty much it at the moment until we get our hands on some blaze rods. Right, let's try get something set up here then. That's looking not too bad then, everything all hooked up. Would be nice if they were facing the right way though. The forester was just eaten alive by an infected drowned. That's a bloody shame. So let's get out a few patterns then for some glass, and we will stick all of those into the crafters above the furnaces. Eventually we will condense all of this pretty much into one enrichment chamber, but this will do for now. We will put coal in the back of all of the importers here, which eventually we will replace with some wireless heat receivers, but we need to get our power under control before we move on to that. Speaking of power, that's a few more windmills up and we have power re-established. So let's get this thing then creating us 2,000 pieces of glass, which I'm hoping it's not just going to stick that all into the first furnace here. Oh no, it is putting it into the rest of them, just no coal. That's a lot better then. I just had the exporters and importers around the wrong way, but these are now producing us glass pretty fast, and we are very quickly starting to get a nice stockpile of it. So I think I will just leave this to whir away, and let's go assist the builder then with this upgrade, of which I see she's already requesting in quite a lot of these items here. So I think we will deal with the framed glowstone to begin with, which that's all we need there. And I think it was these fancy framed ones here that we're going to require for the floor. I know we're going to require a few fancy jungle doors for this, alongside some top framed glass, bottom framed glass, and glass for in between all of that. And I believe it's these type of glowstone glass combinations here which we're going to require a lot of. That's pretty much just to light everything up. So this should hopefully then be pretty much all of the architect cutter items you're going to require. Nearly, anyway. It is clear glass glowstone frames that I made, not these basic normal ones which I made, of course. There we are then, the correct framed glass in. She will require just over 1,000 jungle planks for this, which I think we will get another pattern for those, and getting the machine to make up 1,000 of those for us, which it is in the process of doing for us. A bit slowly, but at least we're getting those out. I see that we have also made all of the normal glass, so let's make a pattern up then to turn it into connecting glass, and a further pattern then to turn it into the clear glass, and we will get the machine then making us up 2,000 pieces of clear glass. There we are then, there's a few pieces that you're going to require, and if I had a remote to connect to the storage unit, I wouldn't need to come down here to collect the rest of it and take it up. I could just simply take it out whilst being up there. We'll get there with that. Eventually we'll get there with it. And that is the builder, now 95% supplied for the upgrade. Just a few more lanterns and vines to go, which I really should start growing vines within a botany pot, and teaching the refined storage machine how to make lanterns. But for now, I will just simply gather up the vines and make up the lanterns. So we are now 100% supplied for our new base, which is very slowly coming together. Very, very slowly coming together. Could we not? I think we will maybe just quickly break that. I am also extremely pleased and extremely suspicious of just how nice the game has been to us today. No bad storms in, and no serious spore incidents. I get the feeling this is building up to something big around the corner. Oh well, at least we will have a nice little base to go into. Baby Enderman. Speaking of Enderman actually, I would like to make up one of these urns here so that I could go capture one of them, then start farming them for some ender pearls. That is going to require a blaze rod to make an eye of ender, which I do hope that we will have a blaze spawn somewhere within the fortress here. Could we not? And perfect. I think we will leave another waystone relatively close to this. Well, that was nice and simple at least. Let's go see if we can find ourselves an enderman to catch then. Oh, a wolf. Hello friend. We may come back for you. Not having too much luck out here on the overworld, unfortunately. So I think I will drop off the bodyguards here and we will venture further into the nether again. And we will look out for a warped... bloody mosquito. A warped forest around the place, which we do have some warped endermen here. I guess I can't collect you. No, I can't. Oh, I don't actually like you guys. No, I really don't like those, although it did drop us something. Warped ender pearls. What do they do? Seriously, let's stop that. Well, they're basically just a way for me to teleport around. They're kind of like ender pearls. But unfortunately, we might not find too many normal endermen around here if all of them are warped. And I think we may have a bastion or something similar on this structure here. Those were the days. Yep, indeed we do. Oh, hello. This was maybe a bad place to come into. Very much so. I'm just getting away from that. Lots of things to still discover around here, but I just need an enderman at the moment. A normal enderman, that is. Thank you. And then we will just simply stick it into a jungle farm, which after about 5 minutes it should drop us an ender pearl. So there's an infinite source of ender pearls then for us eventually. I will need to come around and upgrade all of these farms here, as well as the storage for them. We are now 30% done with the base, and this is going to take him a little while longer to complete here, so I think I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, just until he's made a little bit more progress with it. And that is pretty much the first floor now complete of the new base. We're working on the second floor at the moment, which is largely just going to be the same. The clear glass really works pretty well. This is going to give us a nice vantage of all of the colony, I reckon, and we will eventually get it connected to the rest of the colony once we move all of the botany pots and idiots inside of it. I'm hoping that we're going to have plenty of space to set up a lot of machines within here, as well as the botany pots. I reckon that this central pillar will probably be where we'll sit the refined storage machine, and we will have wires and cables sprawling out everywhere, just connecting everything up into it. Oh, it's going to be a bloody mess in here the time it's done. I can't wait. We are fast approaching 60% completion with this build, so I think once again I'm just going to fast forward until it nearly is ready. And that is it. Practically complete. He's just putting in a few more vines and that's it. Our own base, with plenty of space for us to fill and some rather fantastic views over the colony from here as well. Perfect. There are a few things which I will need to fix, but overall I am incredibly pleased with all of this. I think to end, what we will do is get this idiot back constructing the restaurant, and I have a lot of moving to do. So, I'll see you guys next time.